And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight it'll be the Oklahoma City Thunder going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for Harris.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college. But a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. And the guys up front may determine, Brent, the outcome tonight. What elements make for a fantastic front court?
Well, nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball to help open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. Now here is Horford. Horford double team. Got a piece of it. Paul with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Pulls up for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Now, once Paul makes up his mind, he does not hesitate on that play and is developing his three-point game later in his career.
Here's Simmons. The pass to Harris. And here's Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And the 76ers get it back. Simmons finds Richardson. No dice from 9 feet out. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Magic. Pass to Paul. We played just over a minute here in the first. Over Simmons. The second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Adams.
Well, the motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Passes it to Horford. Horford double team. Embiid trying to break loose. Horford no luck. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And here's Gallinari outside. It's hauled in by Richardson. For Philadelphia, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Outside for Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Looking at the last game for the Oklahoma City Thunder, it was a loss to Indiana.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and well, he's bounced around. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Harris. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
And Harris drops them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Gilgeous-Alexander. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Unselfish play of Chris Paul there. Has a knack for knowing when to get his guys when they're wide open.
Pass to Harris. It's Richardson on the wing. Nailed from three-point land.
And off the schneid here. 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. He kicks to Paul. Over Simmons. The putback. It's hauled in by the 76ers. The pass to Horford. It's stolen by Adams. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Molinari passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Embiid pulls it down.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there. And that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now here's Embiid. He had 16 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando.
It felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell, takes pride in that part of the game.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Oklahoma City with it.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
So they take the lead.
Tobias just going strong that time.
Oklahoma City trailing. Now Paul. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Horford. And it's Horford with the extra effort.
Constant, consistent energy from Al Horford. You love to see him being active out there on the offensive glass.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Thunder trailing by 4. Paul outside and stolen by Simmons. Horford the pass to Harris. Ferguson with the rebound.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Great open look there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the night. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Gallinari. Horford no luck.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Now here's Paul. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. And here is Simmons. Richardson outside. Harris with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the missed shot by Tobias Harris.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Horford double team. And the jumper from down low is good. Horford's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Paul kicks to Gallinari. Three-pointer. Ben Simmons with the rebound. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Harris's shot is good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana. Passes it to Ferguson. Adams taking his time here. 6 to shoot. Tipped away. And stolen by Richardson. Goes up. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Love the fast hands of Richardson there. Always active on the defensive end, using his length and constantly prowling for steals.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. It's a 10-point game. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And look at what they did in the fourth quarter. Just totally out of sync and lacking in intensity. And that turned into that huge comeback.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Well, last season, Josh Richardson just exploding for the Miami Heat. Brent, as you know, he was their top scorer.
Well, he's a great three-point shooter. The 3-and-D aspect is what drew the Miami Heat coaching staff to what Josh Richardson was capable of doing. Now he's going to do that in Philadelphia.
Now here's Simmons. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. Simmons passes to Scott. Fires it up. And that one goes long. Thunder trailing by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Simmons dishes to Embiid. Pass to O'Quinn. Over Noel. O'Quinn can't hit. Oklahoma City's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. It's tipped. Embiid with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
The 76ers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And the Thunder making a change here. Muscala's checked in.
One shot.
That one misses for Simmons. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Kicks it to Noel. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. They get a hand on it. Just 5 to shoot. He's all alone. Here's Thibault. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Thunder trailing by 12. Schroeder outside. And Muscala has it in the corner. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Embiid. And the rejection by Noel.
And Noel in there to intimidate, and does so there.
Oklahoma City on D. Here's Embiid. Cans the shot from the wing. Embiid's got 6.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
And what patience from Simmons on offense. So skilled at making the D feel nervous when he has to rock.
Shoot 2. And he can't get the first one.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Oklahoma City.
Gilgeous-Alexander, such an intriguing prospect coming out of Kentucky. I can't wait to watch in a new system how it is that he starts to understand and develop further his offensive play.
Trey Burks checked in for the 76ers. Both shots good from the stripe. And here are the 76ers now, leading by 12. Outside, Scott. Here's Thibault. 11 points for him in that last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And he also made his presence felt on the defensive side as well. 3 block shots were registered in that game.
Now here's Embiid. It's deflected. There's the pass to Baisley. Now Robertson, guarded by Embiid. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. High arcing shot. Here's Muscala, and the rejection by Embiid. Now here's Robertson. He's guarded closely. 4 on the shot clock. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Now here's Burke. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Thunder trailing by 12.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes it to Muscala. That's tipped. Now Scott. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And the 76ers making a change here. Bolden's checked in. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. 55 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Muscala kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Floats one up. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Bolden passes to O'Quinn. Here's Thibault. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Noel's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Baisley, good. Philadelphia leading by 10. And here is Burke. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Bolden. He's covered by Muscala. To end the drought. Scott can't get it to go. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. 76ers on top, up by 10. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. Chris Ball talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
The toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the board, the coach is pretty much going to say, their team goes as such and such goes. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part, and that's probably the funnest part, too, because it's competition.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
They've got Nerlens Noel. Robertson is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Baisley in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. And the Thunder with the possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Shot clock at 6. Lets a floater go. That one, no good. And it's Burke with the ball for the 76ers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Gallinari, he's checked in for the Thunder.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Danilo Gallinari. He's averaging 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on. And right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
Ferguson misses.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Bolden. The 76ers with another miss. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Early on, Brent, what are some of the intangibles you look for in a team that may be taking the next step?
First of all, is the player who's returning that's shouldering most of the responsibility, is he any better than last season, Kevin? Has there been some growth in his game? Secondarily,
the great ones always grow.
They always do, and they're really sharp usually coming out of summertime, and they're ready to go. Second thing is, has the roster been tinkered with a little bit or tweaked a little bit to enhance what it is that the skill set of the star player is going to provide for their team throughout the next 8 months of the season?
The Thunder with another miss. Philadelphia leading by 14. Pass to Burke. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
It's an East versus West matchup tonight. First meeting of the year between these two.
Yeah, fun to see maybe strangers because you just aren't familiar with these faces here tonight. This will be a very exciting game to watch.
Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Chris Paul comes in for Andre Robertson. Paul dishes to Adams. Gallinari surveying the D. To stop the drought. Offensive rebound. Misses the layup. For Philadelphia, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul outside. Gallinari right side. Shoots it up. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Thunder trailing by 16. And there's the pass to Paul. Over Burke. The Thunder with another miss.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Richardson for three. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And it's 8 points for Josh Richardson.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Paul dishes to Schroeder. He feeds it to Adams, and stolen by Horford. And now the 76ers on the break. Throws it up high. Paul grabs the board. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Gallinari right side. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Nobody near Schroeder. Good on the three-point shot.
Now, Schroeder likes to drive first, now establishing the shoot first confidence. Love watching him rise up immediately after the catch.
Now here's Burke. On the wing, Harris. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Thunder trailing by 18. Now here's Paul. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Here's Burke. Chris Paul grabs the miss. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Yeah, you might ask for help down there. You got to push Steven Adams out of the paint, and you can't give him good looks like that.
Richardson outside. Now here's Burke, defended by Paul. That's good from Harris on the assist by Burke. Burke's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Thunder trailing by 20. And Gallinari kicks to Ferguson. Schroeder against Richardson. Now Schroeder. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. The shot's good from Paul.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
The 76ers leading by 18. Richardson outside. Pass to Harris. To the paint. Here's Horford. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Horford finds Richardson. Back to Horford. Harris outside. Pass to Burke. Here's Bolden. He's guarded by Schroeder. Bolden can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 18. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look. will start him up.
Now here's Burke. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Harris. 13th in free throw percentage, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And he deserves credit for knocking down such a high percentage of his free throws. It's not a glamour part of the game, but incredibly important nonetheless. Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Embiid comes in for Jonah Bolden, and it's Ben Simmons in for Burke.
Really as good as any passing big that we have in the NBA. Horford is a guy who can run an offense as a big.
Ball against Richardson. From the baseline. And that one, good. And that's now 7 points for Chris Paul.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Now here's Horford. 11 points for him in that last game against Orlando.
And you could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
Thunder trailing by 18. And here is Paul. He has 7. Gallinari on the wing, guarded by Embiid, and the basket is good. Gallinari's got 4 points this quarter.
Gallinari's so hard to guard from the mid-range area because of his quick first step to the hoop, but you can't play too far off him or he'll do just that, burn you with the J.
Now here's Simmons. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Magic in Orlando. Richardson finds Simmons. Poked away. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Schroeder. Down low, here's Paul. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Horford. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
And the first one drops. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wronged? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. Simmons against Schroeder. And they double up Simmons. He kicks it to Embiid. Over Noel. Embiid, the pass to O'Quinn, and stolen by Noel. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Chris Paul.
It almost feels automatic at that point. The confidence that Chris Paul inspires in his teammates. It's surprising if they don't make the play.
Now here's Simmons. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. To the right side. Thibault, the pass to Scott. Drills the three-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 15.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Robertson with it. Scott's there. Robertson can't hit. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Embiid. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
So it's the Thunder now, down by 15. Schroeder with the ball. 5 points in the game. From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
That we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 15. Kenny?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, man. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they could forget about a comeback.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Thunder trailing by 15. Kicking off the second half. Here's Brett Brown's foul. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And Adams with the slam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Simmons, following the score by Oklahoma City. Horford the pass to Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. The shot, no good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Ferguson kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was one of the main parts of what the Clippers were able to do last year. A lot of people excited about his potential, and now here in Oklahoma City, one of the rising stars in the NBA.
And with Gilgeous-Alexander, he did more and more as last season wore on.
Well, interesting part of this trade is I think Sam Presti thinking about the potential of Gilgeous-Alexander and what he can do in Oklahoma City. Had a very, very good season for Doc Rivers as a rookie.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
It's been incredible for this team in Oklahoma City to have the type of success and sustained success under general manager Sam Presti, a playoff team in 10 of their 12 seasons in Oklahoma City.
Good on both. And Brent, for the Thunder, they have a 500 record or better in the last decade. Only one of 3 teams to do that.
A lot of people don't realize the sustained success that's happened here in Oklahoma. And in the decade, they've had the 2nd best record overall, trailing only San Antonio in that regard.
Now here's Embiid, and it's been a tough game for him offensively. And stolen by Harris. Now the 76ers on the break. Embiid leading the charge. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
That one is off.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Paul looking over the floor. The Thunder with another miss.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
The first free throw is good. Brent, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. The Thunder have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
What's up?
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the glass.
You just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
And here is Simmons after Gallinari made the last three-pointer. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Ahead. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
Simmons with it. Chris Paul covering. Harris outside. Launches a three. The 76ers with another miss.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
And Gallinari kicks to Paul. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That'll be his second foul of the game. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the dish to Adams.
Well, this is why they got Richardson. It's because of the defensive end. He holds his ground on that position, and nothing easy.
Kicks to Horford. This one for three. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his third foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Looking to end his cold spell, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Simmons got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Embiid, the pass to Richardson. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The shot's good from Paul.
Just can't say enough about how much of the game Chris Paul sees, exploiting every single hole in the defense, and an excellent penetrator.
Now here's Simmons. At the top of the key, Embiid. To the paint, here's Horford. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Such a versatile big man, a wide array of skill and scoring moves. Containing Horford is sometimes a tall task.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Richardson covering. Lets it go from 14. Again, the miss by Paul.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. They get it again, and finished off by Horford.
All right, Al Horford getting up there for the gym. You forget how big he is.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Chris Paul. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Thunder. They were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, so far it looks like the adjustments they made in the offseason aren't going to produce the desired effect.
Yeah, lots of season left to go, so maybe a little too early to say that. The results have been anything but positive early on, but we've seen plenty of teams dig themselves out of big holes after early season woes.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Thunder trailing by 13. Schroeder kicks to Ferguson. Gallinari on the wing. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Horford. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Richardson, good.
Richardson shooting it now from deep. Good touch on the long ranger.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Here's Adams. And he can't stop the run as he misses. The 76ers leading by 16. Outside, Simmons. Up top, Embiid. Shoots over Adams. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Embiid's got 11 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Ferguson. Pass to Adams. Five on the clock. That's a 2 from Ferguson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Passes to Horford. Back to Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got his 4th assist in this one.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Well, all night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And for Coach Billy Donovan of the Thunder, a lot on the line. In his last year of a 5-year contract with the team, the end result of this team will determine his future with the franchise.
Well, this team has never missed the playoffs under his watch, and the interesting thing with the massive trades that happened in the offseason, how much Billy Donovan gets the opportunity now to teach and coach this group of players.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick and Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And last season with Gilgeous-Alexander, Greg, you could see what he was capable of with his length.
Well, he is just so difficult to slow up when he's running downhill at a defender. Already a plus defender in his offense coming along. He could be a scary figure at that point guard position.
Both good from the line that time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Schroeder against Simmons. Pass to Thibault. Now here's Scott. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Fades back. Embiid, no good.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And it's Noel missing.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Here's Thibault. And right now, he's averaging about 7 points a game. Here's Embiid. He dishes it to O'Quinn. And the rejection by Noel. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6th-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
That's good from Schroeder. And you watch Dennis Schroeder, you can see how deadly Brent he can be when he's locked in.
Well, he accepted the role in Oklahoma City about coming off the bench and trying to be a spark plug. For Schroeder, it's really about consistency, Kevin.
Schroeder hits them both.
With Schroeder, it's all about speed. He just changes direction and shifts into another gear, Kevin. That's where his advantage lies.
Now here's Simmons. They get a hand on it. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. Drops in the breakaway layup. Schroeder's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some O.
Simmons, the bounce pass. Back to O'Quinn. He kicks it to Embiid over Noel. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Foul. Elbow. 2. Shooting 2.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit, like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 5 of 9 at the line.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Thunder trailing by 12. Now here's Schroeder. He's got 11. And the pass to Muscala. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Noel. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid. Here's Simmons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making 1 free throw. That's good from Simmons.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Well, it's been up and down the last few years for Nerlens Noel, but there are still some impactful numbers for the minutes that he's on the floor as a rim protector.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Right side, Simmons. Yep, that one goes. Simmons got 8 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And for Noel, his numbers will never match the visual impact he has on the floor, wouldn't you say?
Oh, he's definitely a player about the little things out there, just being a rim protector, making sure that guys think about him when they're attacking the rim.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Tribal, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. Here's Robertson. That one misses. Nice D from Scott. The 76ers leading by 13. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Throw it down, young fella. Simmons is explosive and without a doubt one of my favorite dunkers.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And the Thunder making a change here. Paul's checked in. Burke, he's checked in for the 76ers.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
That's good from Schroeder. Here's Simmons. He's got 10. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Burke can't get it to go.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Philadelphia leading by 10. Now Simmons, scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. O'Quinn, the pass to Burke. Just 5 on the clock. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 12.
Oh, boy. O'Quinn throwing his body around on the interior and using his size.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one. Thunder trailing by 13. Paul right side over Simmons. Again, the Thunder score.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Burke looking over the floor. Here's Thibault. Misses off the left iron. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. 76ers lead by 11. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So the Thunder 5 right now. They've got Robertson. Muscala is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Schroeder in at the 2. Clock at 4. And taken away by Paul. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And it's denied. And O'Quinn kicks to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
O'Quinn with some good attention to detail there. He noticed that one of his guys was uncovered, and he's a good passing big.
Thunder trailing by 13. And here's Schroeder. From 11 feet away. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Philadelphia's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Knocked loose. Pass to Burke. Kicks it to Simmons. Passes it to O'Quinn. Shot clock at 5. That shot is off. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, I like watching Robertson get involved in the offense, especially when he gets down there. Nice soft touch down on the inside.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
Tough last year for Robertson with the knee injury and missing a lot of the season, as he's a defensive staple for this team.
And the Thunder with some changes. Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Alinari comes in for Muscala. And Terrence Ferguson subbed in for Robertson. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Here's Ferguson. Gallinari outside. Takes a 3. Here's Adams. Gallinari right side. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Adams trying to free himself up. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Schroeder. 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And with Robertson, his absence last year was definitely felt.
Yeah, it hurt the starting lineup and some of the balance that they had established for the last 3 or 4 seasons with Robertson in the lineup. He raises the level of that defensive intensity on a nightly basis.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Schroeder against Richardson. Schroeder left side. Gallinari wide open. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And that is one of Steven Adams' specialties. If you fail to put a body on him, he'll put you in the rim.
In the corner, it's Harris. Fires the 3. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got his 5th rebound in this one. Now the feed to Schroeder. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Schroeder's got 14 points now in the second half. Ball against Simmons. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the Thunder. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Schroeder passes to Adams. Gallinari outside. Back to Adams. 5 to shoot from the arc. And it's Gallinari missing.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Thunder trailing by 8. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Ferguson for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Simmons got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the inside, Richardson. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Sunday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Wednesday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
First one falls for him.
And Josh Richardson, continuing to develop his overall game, has such good height at the 2-guard spot.
Embiid, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Richardson drops them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Schroeder passes to Adams. Gallinari outside. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. T right on him. Back to Gallinari. Feeds to Adams. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Simmons against Schroeder. Simmons the bounce pass. Richardson outside. Simmons dishes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. Looking to get it going. Embiid, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Pass to Horford. Back to Simmons. He kicks it to Harris. At the elbow, it's Simmons. At the elbow, Horford. Over Gallinari. The 76ers with another miss. Thunder trailing by 8. Good work defensively by Richardson. Harris inside. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Oklahoma City has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Schroeder outside, but they get it back.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Clock at 6. Here's Ferguson, the 15-footer, good.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Embiid kicks to Harris. Adams, some nice D. The Thunder shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, banked in off the glass.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a unique frame at his size and an intriguing scorer.
Simmons with it. Out left to the wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Now last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
The drive by Simmons. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
You know, the Gallinari nickname, Gallo, did you know that's Italian for rooster, Kevin? Look it up. It's fact.
Gallinari hits them both. The 76ers leading by 6. Outside, Simmons. Now the pass to Horford. Lets the 3 fly. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists tonight.
Knocked it down there. As his career has gone on, Al Horford has added more and more to his outside game.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams, the pass to Schroeder. The Thunder with another miss. Philadelphia has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, and when Simmons is driving inside, he's going to sky up for the flush, getting to the basket in no time.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams in the high post. Schroeder outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ferguson, guarded by Harris. Ferguson misses. The 76ers leading by 11. Simmons on the wing. He's guarded by Schroeder. Horford the pass to Embiid. The shot, no good. Adams, some nice D. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now here's Embiid over Gallinari. Embiid, no good.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second. Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Schroeder against Simmons. And they double up Simmons. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and it's off from three-point range. Thunder trailing by 9. That's a 2 from Ferguson. Offensive rebound. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And that's 12 points for Steven Adams. Schroeder against Simmons. Pass to Richardson. Kicks it to Embiid. Back to Richardson. Crafty move. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, he's allowed to get in there, and once he does, he's aggressive enough to play through contact.
Oklahoma City's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here's Schroeder. 1:44 left in the fourth. Good D by Embiid. Richardson the pass to Embiid. Over Gallinari. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Richardson. And it's an 11-point 76ers lead. .133 left to play in the final quarter. Schroeder against Simmons. And it's sent back by Horford.
Swatted by Horford. In terms of defense, Al Horford up there amongst the top.
Ball checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Richardson covering. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. Here's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Now here's Simmons. Inside, here's Richardson. The shot, no good. Adams, some nice D. Oklahoma City's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Takes the 13-footer. Richardson, good. And the 76ers lead by 10.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 10. There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Josh Richardson.
It's a take charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. Pass to Burton. Uncovered. Nader's shot's good. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Neto, the pass to Scott. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Burton. Scott pulls it in. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And Philadelphia with another turnover here. From deep three-point range, it doesn't go for him. So the 76ers win it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Al. The coach mentioned he wanted to come into this building and do whatever was necessary to win. Did you think you guys had the intensity to get that done?
Yeah, no question. I like the energy from our team from the beginning. To be able to come in here and get a win like this, it feels good.
Great road win tonight, Al. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.